Today we're going to talk about one of the most important things you can do for your acting career, and that is growing your network. The more people that you know in this industry, the more opportunities that you're going to get for success. So in this video, we're going to discuss how you can start building your network and how your network can help you move forward in your career. What's up, my fellow actors? Welcome to the Acting Career Center, here to help you learn the skills you need to break into the film and television industry. My name is Kurt Yu. Thank you so much for spending some time here with me today. If it's your first time here, make sure to subscribe to this channel. I'm super happy to be back here in my little studio space. I feel like it's been over a month since I've made a video here in my studio, so I am glad to be back. We're going to be talking about actor networking today, but before we get started, I first want to welcome anybody who's watching one of my videos for the first time. Thanks for stopping by, and if you are an actor or an aspiring actor, then I'm sure you want to improve your auditions, right? We all do. I've actually created a 10-step audition preparation guide that's absolutely free. It's the 10-step process that I personally used that's helped me book over 50 movies and television shows. So if you want to download that free 10-step guide, you can get it by going to that link right up there. I call it my audition cheat sheet, and it has helped me a ton in the past. It's helped a lot of other actors out as well. So again, if you want to download it, you can get it by going to that link up there. All right, today's video, we're talking about actor networking. And I feel like when I say networking, in the beginning of the video, I said that the more people that you know in this industry, the more opportunities that you'll get for success. And sometimes people misconstrue what I say or misunderstand what I say because they think that by networking or by meeting new people, they think, oh, I have to meet the Hollywood directors and Hollywood producers and the big Hollywood elite who can give me big auditions and give me big roles. That's not the type of networking I'm talking about. I'm talking about the networking that you should do to get your career started. Sure, you can meet Hollywood directors and producers later on in your career, but that really doesn't help when you're brand new. When you're brand new, the type of networking to get your career started is networking with people who are your peers, who are other actors or aspiring actors who are trying to do what you're doing. Because when you meet more people who are trying to do exactly what you're doing, then you're basically sharing with each other. So if you become friends with other aspiring actors, they might meet a headshot photographer that they'll tell you about. You might hear about an acting class that you can tell them about. And the more people that you have in your circle, the more information that you'll be able to share with each other, and the faster that you will grow together. This is actually the way that I've been able to grow my career the way that I have. The actors that I met throughout my career, these are the people that introduced me to my first headshot photographer, to my first agent, to my first auditions. They are the people that told me about Atlanta, that led me to moving down here. They're the people that told me about the agent that I'm currently signed with here in Atlanta. So my network is how I've been able to succeed so much in my career. And I know what some of you are going to say. You're going to say, oh, I don't know anybody. I'm just getting started. I'm brand new. Well, guess what? When I was brand new, I didn't know anybody either. I built my network over time. When I first started, I had no friends who were actors. I had no family members who were part of the film industry. I started from zero just like everybody else. So I want to show you how you can start meeting people and connecting with people who can help you start growing in your career. Another thing that I highly recommend as far as networking goes is to start building your network locally first, meaning meet other actors and other people within the industry in your city, or if you live in a small town, in your state, or in the largest big city that's near you. Start where you are, in your area, in your region. Don't try to network with people who are thousands of miles away. That's not to say you shouldn't do it, but they're not going to be as helpful for you when you're just getting started in your career. When I was starting out in Cleveland, Ohio, I was trying to meet people in my city. I wasn't trying to network with actors in Los Angeles. Los Angeles is 2,000 miles away from Cleveland. It may have been somewhat beneficial to meet them and to know them, but they're not going to be as helpful as the people who were in Cleveland, Ohio. They're going to be the ones who can help me get started where I am. Now, when I say network locally and get started in your area, a lot of people will push back and say, but there's no opportunities for actors where I live. You might be surprised. When I was living in Cleveland, I thought the same thing. I thought there were no opportunities for actors in a place like Cleveland, Ohio. I thought everything was in Los Angeles because that's where Hollywood is. I had no idea that there were acting classes available in my city. I had no idea that there were talent agents in my city. I had no idea that there were casting directors in my city. I had no idea that there were working actors in my city who were making money acting in my city. I had to learn that from my network. I had to meet people who were in my city to tell me that that was possible. So, and I get this question all the time in the comments of my YouTube channel. People saying that they live in such and such city and there are no opportunities. When there actually are, they just haven't met anybody in their city yet who have told them how to get started there. In fact, there was a comment recently on my channel that said, "Hey Kurt, I really want to start an acting career, but my city has no opportunities for actors." And I said, "Well, where do you live?" And they said, "London." And this person just had no idea that London is actually one of the best cities in the world for actors. It has so many more opportunities than most other cities in the entire world, but they just didn't know because they didn't meet anybody. So maybe that's what you need to do, is you need to start networking and meeting other actors who are in your region, and they can tell you how you can get started where you are right now. So how can you start networking in your city? Well, the first thing that I recommend to everybody, and you've heard me say it in past videos, is to get into an acting class. Acting classes are one of the best things that you could possibly do for your career if you're a beginner. That's how I got started. Not only are you going to be learning the craft of acting and how to become a better actor, but the networking part of being in an acting class are so beneficial. You're going to meet all the other students. You're going to meet the teachers. They're going to be able to tell you what's happening in the city, who the best agents are in that city, who the best headshot photographers are, who the casting directors are, when the auditions are happening. If you can find a good acting class where you currently are, that's going to be a great networking opportunity, especially when you're just getting started. Now, maybe you don't even know what are the good acting classes in your area, right? Because if you're brand new, you don't even know where to look for that. So let's talk about social media for networking, especially Facebook and Instagram. Let's start with Facebook. Facebook is a great place to go to search for very specific topics because if you're familiar with Facebook, you know that there are Facebook groups. And Facebook groups have topics on all kinds of things. Anything that people have an interest in, whether it's tennis or video games or Harry Potter or whatever. There's Facebook groups for all of those things, and acting is no different. There are Facebook groups for acting where you can meet other actors and ask questions and get your questions answered. So one of the most popular Facebook groups for actors is called Talent Managers for Actors. I'll put a link to it down in the description of this video. I'm actually in that Facebook group. It's got over 80,000 people in that group, and there are people asking questions every day in that group and getting those questions answered. This is kind of a general Facebook group though. So while it can be helpful to get general questions answered, it's not going to be specific to your city, right? So one of the ways that you can find specific Facebook groups for your area is to go into the Facebook search tool and search for something like Atlanta actors. If I'm in Atlanta, I'm going to search for Atlanta actors, and then I'm going to look for groups. And when I search for that, I see over a dozen groups for Atlanta actors, and I can join any of those groups and ask my questions there. Who are the best acting classes in Atlanta? Who are the best agents in Atlanta? Who are the best headshot photographers in Atlanta? And I'll easily start to get answers because those are the people who are in my area. So whatever city that you're in, try searching for your city plus actors or acting or filmmaking. Right? If you are in a smaller town, then maybe search for your nearest big city, or search for your state, or search for your region. that's going to be the best way to find more people who are interested in acting in your area, who may be a little bit further along in their careers, so that they can help you get started where you are. So Facebook groups are one way to start networking and meeting other actors. Another way via social media is Instagram. And Instagram is a little bit different because instead of groups, you can search for hashtags. You can search for hashtag acting in whatever city that you live in. So let's say Atlanta. I can search for hashtag Atlanta actor. And when I search for that hashtag, I'll find all of the posts where someone has put that hashtag onto their photo. And this time, instead of asking questions like I would in a Facebook group, I would just follow those people. Follow the people who are actors in your city or actors in your state, and see what they're doing, see what classes they're attending, see what agents that they're represented by, because they'll probably be posting those things if they are acting in your market. That way you'll be able to learn more about what other agents are in your market, or casting directors, or classes, and those types of things, just by following people on Instagram. And you don't have to stop with the actor hashtag. You can search for Atlanta agent, or Atlanta talent agent, or Atlanta casting director, or Atlanta headshot photographer, or Atlanta acting classes. And obviously not just Atlanta, right? Just replace Atlanta with your city or your state or your country or whatever, and see what people are posting with those hashtags. That way you can find out those things for your location. So those are a few ways to start meeting people and networking. There are plenty of others as well, like film festivals, like specific actor and industry networking events, film competitions. Obviously, if you book something and you're on set, network with all the people that you're working with, right? There are so many opportunities to do those things, but just to get started, I would say acting classes and searching for things on Facebook and Instagram. Those are the easiest ways to kind of just get the ball rolling and start building your network so it grows and grows and grows. Now, two more things I want to mention is that, number one, remember that networking is a two-way street. Don't try to just meet people only to see what can I get from them. Make sure that you're also willing to offer as much as you can as well. And I know that when you're just getting started, we feel like we don't have anything to offer. We're so brand new, and that's okay. But just know that anything that you learn from someone, be willing to share that with other people as well. Because as you start to progress in your career, there's always going to be someone who's starting after you, and they're going to be brand new a month later when you've already learned some stuff. So be willing to share that with other people. Be willing to pay it back so that everybody grows together. And this second thing, and this is the last thing I'm going to say on this topic, is that even after I've shared all this information about how to grow locally and start meeting people and network locally, there are going to be people that are going to say, yeah, but I don't want to meet people in my city. I want to meet big Hollywood actors. I want to network with big producers and Hollywood people. But this is how you do it. This is the way to organically do that. I started by meeting the people in my acting class, and then I met people outside of acting class because those people introduced me to more people, and slowly I grew my network and met more and more people, to the point now I know thousands of people who are actors or people who are in the industry. And now I do know Hollywood actors and directors and producers, but it took a while to build it to that. Now, if you are trying to get that from the very beginning, it's going to be much more difficult. I'm going to share with you one of my favorite pictures to illustrate the importance of small steps. If we're trying to start our careers by taking a giant leap, we're not going to get there because it's so far out of reach. But if we start taking those small steps, it's actually going to be faster to get to our destination because we're going to be constantly moving forward. So this is important for the acting career in general, but specifically with networking as well. Don't just go immediately to try to network with a big Hollywood director. Start with the people that you know and grow your network organically, and that's going to be the way that's going to lead you to success in your career. All right, that's it for this video, guys. If you liked it, please give it a thumbs up, and if you haven't already, please subscribe to this channel. If you have any questions, leave them down in the comments below, and until next time, keep practicing, keep learning, and I hope to see you on set one day.